it's so crazy to hear you say you didn't feel like you matched up to other people's experiences because you've interned, like you're interning at General Motors, you've interned at NASA and all these other incredible places. But that leads me to the question of you've done all these internships at, like, what is it that you love so much about getting all of these different experiences in all these different companies?
Um, so, I was actually featured in Forbes,
Yeah,
and the author called me a serial intern.
I saw
I
that.
thought that was so funny and really creative, honestly. He's a
Yeah,
great guy. And, I pitched myself for that because, I was like, I've done a lot of internships. I would love to provide an insight to students
yeah,
on finding internships, on getting
yeah.
internships. And so I don't know what it was and why I loved interning so much. I think because through an internship, I was allowed to be creative depending on the company, but I was allowed to just kind of get a glimpse of what I was looking at. And so, I've done an internship with an entertainment boutique firm for PR, and I learned it was very intense. And
Yeah,
I learned that it wasn't for me. And that's something I did appreciate with these internships was I really got to learn and be in different industries. So NASA, I learned NASA is very exciting and something I would love to consider. And the thing with General Motors is I absolutely love the internship because I interned there last summer on
okay.
on a GM brand team. I loved it so much that I asked them if I could come back, if I could apply for their graduating internship.
Yeah,
And so I did. And luckily enough, they decided to bring me back, and now I'm doing a whole new function in DEI communications, and I feel like it's a lot more aligned with my element because I can do advocacy for mental health, LGBTQ,
absolutely.
disability there through the actual work from my role. And I think that luckily I did these internships because I learned what it is that I really want and what I don't want. But I've been able to find my place. And I was incredibly surprised when I came into General Motors. Definitely don't judge a book by its cover
Yes.
because a lot of people can look at General Motors from the outside and say, well, General Motors is a company that's existed for a long time. It's automotive, it's
Yeah.
tech, it's going to be exclusive, it's going to be inaccessible. Don't judge until you get there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like once I got there, immediately they were interested in disability. They were interested in a lot of stuff that I wanted to do, and they empowered me as an intern. So it was the best internship experience I've ever had at any company, and I've done quite a lot. And but there are many companies out there that really give interns a good experience, and so that's probably the reason why I loved it because I could kind of
Cool.
like it's like a different piece of every puzzle. There's one
Yeah.
puzzle, and it's like I'm finding pieces that don't fit, and then
Yes.
finally I can finish the piece where I know where I'll belong and I'll
Yes.
be satisfied and I can actually contribute to a greater good. I hope that
Yeah.
makes sense.